Hey guys, I'm Jaimie.
And I'm Jay.
And today we're going to take this plastic Halloween store skeleton and make it look like he's crawling out of his grave.
This is another super fun Halloween project that you can definitely follow along with at home. We're going to leave links to all the stuff we use in the description below. And as always, if you do enjoy the video, hitting the like button, leaving us a comment, and subscribing to our channel helps us out a lot. And if you have any friends or neighbors who also like to decorate for Halloween, definitely share it with them too.
Jay, are you ready?
I'm so ready for
this. For the dead to rise? We're going to attempt to disassemble Mr. Skeleton so that we can reposition him into like a really cool crawling out of a grave pose. So it's all put together with screws, so it shouldn't be too bad. Nice one. So these legs were spring-loaded on there for some reason, maybe to make tension. So when I undid the bolt, it just let pop, like a jack-in-a-box.
We can probably get him to have kind of an arch in his back a little bit, because he's kind of like, you know. We need a better pose.
We're gonna try the heat gun. No idea if it's gonna work, but maybe.
It might. I mean, it's plastic, so.
Yeah.
I kind of think it will work.
Maximum hotness. Ooh, oh. Oh.
Or it will break.
You had it a little bent, yeah. Okay.
You're gonna just hold it?
Yeah, just hold it bent.
Like that?
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
It's definitely bending.
Yeah.
And look, it's stayed.
Nice.
Is that enough? I kind of want to twist him a little bit too.
Okay. Definitely got some bend.
I think that's good. Should we like kind of tie it there? And
Yeah, I think if we tie it, that might work. You can put it through these two little things.
Tie a knot there, and then how's that?
Perfect.
Better?
Yeah.
Okay.
All right. Yeah.
Do you think this is gonna stay?
I hope so.
I guess we could just kind of cut it. Oh.
Yeah.
That
Look
totally
at
worked.
that. Nice. We have a curved spine.
I actually thought it would spring back a lot farther than that, so we kind of like bent it more than maybe we needed to, but that's great.
Yeah, it's perfect.
That worked really good.
Yay!
Okay. I'm very excited about that.
Yay! Next, we want to reattach the arms. So we're going to create some joints for the arms to easily attach to.
So the pose that we have in mind, he's going to be kind of like crawling out of the grave. So one hand is going to be kind of like, it's going to be kind of mantling on one arm. And then the second
one arm
arm,
like,
yeah, totally.
Reaching out for your brains. This is a two-part epoxy putty reinforced with steel, so it's really, really strong. It's kind of like clay. You mush it all together and then you fill it in and it sets in about 5 minutes and totally hardens, I think after about a day.
You should definitely wear gloves when you work with this stuff.
Yeah, this stuff's really gross. You mix it together until it's one solid color.
Maybe on a surface? I don't know. There's probably an easier way to do this that we don't know about, but whatever. Half the fun of making stuff is figuring it out. This is the same metal wire we used in the mummy project, so I don't remember what the gauge is, but it's about 1/8 of an inch thick.
Nice.
Okay, 2 pieces of wire. This is what, like 4 inches long maybe?
Sure.
Or something like that.
4-ish. It's already...
Maybe? Is that gonna work?
I don't know. We'll see.
Like, what's your plan here? It's just gonna like rock solid get in there?
Yeah.
And that harden?
Yeah.
Okay, sweet.
All right, next
I
one.
feel like the next one, put the wire through first. I think the lesson here is don't do exactly like we do, but learn with us. That's still gonna help.
It'll help.
It's not what we had in mind, but it's way better than what it would have been without it. So we'll figure it out as we go along. We now have 2 metal, tiny little arms.
Hello. We're gonna mount Mr. Skeleton to this board here to help him stand up while we're spraying foam and stuff. So I think we want him to look kind of like this. So he's coming out at you and like, ah.
Drill a small pilot hole. Okay.
That worked so well.
That's one screw. That was not supposed to work. Okay, we moved over to another place in the shop because we needed some more space. So next we're gonna go ahead and use some spray foam and, I don't know, create some...
Make a mound of dirt with foam. Foam dirt. The skeleton has climbed out of the grave and he's displaced all the dirt.
Did you already break it?
Oops. The lid got closed somehow.
Okay, we went through the whole bottle really fast. We're gonna have to go to the store and get more of his stuff, but in the meantime, we're gonna test out our dirt theory.
All right, so we've covered him in dirt, or covered the pile in dirt, and it's kind of working. It's not sticking as well as I hoped it would though. If you see here, it's not covering it completely, and I don't know if maybe we let it set a little too much. We may have to come back later once this is all set. In the meantime, we're gonna run to the store and get like 3 more bottles of this stuff because we got a whole lot more mounding to do.
So, kind of defined like the outside of our dirt pile, but I want to kind of mound it up a little bit.
We let it dry overnight, and then we took it outside and we masked off the skeleton with a plastic trash bag and then a bunch of blue tape, and then we used some black spray paint primer and painted the whole thing black.
Okay, next we're gonna try the dirt thing again, but we're gonna spray the whole thing with like a spray adhesive, kind of like a glue, and then kind of like sprinkle dirt everywhere. Okay, not working again.
How do we make dirt stick?
Yeah, try that instead of just
Aggressively. I don't know if this is working, guys.
Not only is it not staying, but now it turned white because of the glue.
So we've discovered the secret. More glue, less dry time, and a lot of dirt. And then we're gonna do a couple passes of that, and I think that might work.
Yeah, there we go. We need a lot more glue and to put the dirt down really fast.
So we got it all covered. I'm not sure how well it's gonna stick, but we're gonna shake it off and see what does stick. Better than I thought.
Yeah, way more stayed on than I expected, actually. Okay. This is not what we had in mind, but I think we can work with this.
Yeah, the idea was we didn't want a giant pile of dirt in the yard, but we wanted it to look like a giant pile of dirt. And I think we've accomplished that. We can put a little bit of dirt on top of it as like a final layer, and it's still really portable. We can still move it around from grave to grave and store it and take it out next year. It's gonna be great.
This is all gonna come together. What's next?
Our skeleton needs arms.
The left arm was a bit easier. We just put a whole bunch of hot glue on it, and then we stuck the hot glue to the putty, and then our intention was to come back after and kind of fill in the gaps with more of the steel putty, but we actually didn't end up doing that because the hot glue worked just fine. We also glued the elbow and wrist joints. The skeletons we're using, the joints didn't move very well, so we decided to modify them a little bit so that we could get a better pose. This is a tool called a rasp, and we basically just stuck it into the joint and kind of shaved away the plastic until we were able to bend it the way we wanted. We were expecting this to be the most challenging part of the whole project. We didn't think that the glue was going to support the weight of the arm, but it turns out because we created a nice flat surface with the putty, we just used enough hot glue and kind of glued all the way around, and it actually ended up staying very well. The last thing to do was to attach the head. We got it into the pose we wanted and then used some more hot glue to hold it in place.